Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, there's a heart. They're friendly neighborhood fanboys. And we'll stop right now before we get sued with a cease and desist from the YouTubes. What's going on, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood fanboys. I am your host, Chaz King. Alongside me, as always, Mr. Adam Leonard.
What in the butt?
What in the butt? What in the butt? Or on your podcast feed. And what it is the Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys, brought to you by middleofnowheregaming.com. Big shout out to them for letting us do this each and every approximately 10 days. But we got this down to a science now.
Yes.
And we do it, and we bring it to you for your listening pleasure. And boy, oh boy, we've got a full week this week.
Yes, indeed. A very monumental episode of Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys.
And maybe we could call it a fuller week?
Yeah, that's one way to call it.
Well, we made a promise last week, and we're going to follow through on it. And in case you don't know what that is, it's a special treat coming up towards the end of the episode. We are going to subject ourselves to Fuller House.
Yes, and if you're listening at home and you have Netflix, you can watch along with us for, real-time commentary.
Yeah, and we're just going to have to figure out how we sync up together, too, so we're at the same spots. And
yeah, we should have probably talked about that before the episode started, but heck, we'll do it on air.
Yeah.
We'll do it live. Doing it live.
Yeah, we'll do it live. Yes. Oh, boy. So, any business we need to get out of the way before we get into this monumentous episode?
No. Middle of Nowhere Gaming is awesome, so love them and love us.
Yeah, follow us on all the things. Facebook, Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys, Twitter, FN Fanboys. You can email us at fnfanboys@gmail.com. Make sure to love Middle of Nowhere Gaming. You can also follow them, subscribe on YouTube at Mong Plays, and on Twitch as well, and all of that wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Quick plug, real quick, just to throw some love to one of the other podcasts, because Adam is a man who wears multiple podcasting hats. As some of you may or may not know, Adam's also a contributor to a podcast called Creepy Kingdom, which is the foremost Disney podcast about the creepy side of Disney. I was on their most recent episode, and a big piece of news was announced that the host, James Carter III, is officially starting work on a Haunted Mansion documentary called Foolish Mortals. He's going to be starting up a Kickstarter soon, and yeah, he's going to do a documentary about the history of the Haunted Mansion and all the people who love it very much. If you want to keep up to date on that and hear more about it, check out Creepy Kingdom. They've got a Facebook page. There's a website, creepykingdom.com, and they're also available on iTunes and all the other usual podcasting outlets.
Fantastic. I love that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very cool. Alrighty. Shall we get into our weeks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. I did something bad.
Okay.
I started Dragon Age Inquisition again.
Okay.
But don't hate me too much. I stopped at a good stopping point at about the 50% way, at least in terms of story missions. And I am now neck deep in Batman Arkham Knight. So that is
nice.
That is the docket right now. Beat Batman, and then I can go back.
So now you've watched most of Batman, if I'm right.
Yes. In order to avoid actively being spoiled, I decided to kind of just go along with everybody in the timeline. And I watched someone play through it on YouTube, which is cool. Not as exciting as actually playing it, and I'm doing a whole lot more of the side stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that's new to me because I also got the season pass. I got the game for $30 and the season pass for $30. So I went, oh, look at that. The price of a full game, I get everything. So, all right, cool. I did that.
Now, I won't get spoilerific because I don't feel like any spoilerific. But I will say that really there are some twists and turns, but the big twist in Arkham Knight's not really that shocking at all. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I kind of knew it, like, whilst watching. I just went, I know who that is. Like, after the second or third talking scene with that character, I'm like, yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
we'll just leave it there because, like I said, maybe somebody hasn't played it yet. I don't really want to spoil it, but it's not that much of a shock.
Yeah, it's not. But the so far what I've played of, like, the side missions are really cool. I'm like tracking down bodies with opera music playing by them, and
Oh yeah, that's fun.
yeah, and then I have the Seasons of Infamy, because that was part of the DLC thing, so I'm completely unfamiliar with those. Like, I haven't read any reviews, I haven't done any watches or like anything with the Season of Infamy pack. So I just did the Mad Hatter mission, which was weird, but kind of fun because it was a nice art change of pace. Like, the art gets all cell shaded and stuff, which is kind of neat. I don't know if it added anything to the story, but hey, it was fun to beat up Mad Hatter. So.
Now, to ask about the kind of like the controversial or the very splitting thing about Arkham, how do you feel about the Batmobile? I think.
So far, I kind of dig it. I'll admit, I think there's a lot of sections that rely a little too heavily on it. But to rectify that, I just kind of glide everywhere because it's just what I'm used to doing in the other Batman games, so I don't really drive it a whole lot when I don't need to. So it kind of makes it, like, really fun when I get into the Batmobile. And granted, I say only, but I'm only about, like, maybe 7 hours into it. So I'm fairly deep in the main story, but I'm doing all the side stuff, so I haven't dealt with it. It hasn't worn out its welcome yet, is what I'm trying to get at. But it's fine so far. What did you think of it?
It didn't bother me. I kind of enjoyed it. Like I said, it was like I enjoyed the game. I didn't think it was probably as good as Arkham City, perhaps. But I thought it was good. Great even. And the Batmobile didn't really bother me. It was fine.
Cool. Yeah.
Bat tank.
Bat tank. Yeah, I kind of like. I really like the racetracks. I was thinking I was going to hate the racetracks because I'm just like, oh, I suck at racing, and what? There's these mechanics, but I'm actually getting pretty good at it. So, and all the season pass racetracks kind of help with that because I'm like, well, I paid for it, I might as well at least play them once. And then all of a sudden, I'm playing the Batman Returns one a dozen times because it's super fun. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it overall.
Now, like, the one thing will say that Rocksteady did that really kind of irked me is, so basically and I guess this is like minor spoiler, but basically the true ending of the game is locked behind doing completing all these like series of like little side missions in the city. And that's fine because most of them are really fun to do, except for the fact that the one sticker is that the Riddler trophies are one of those things you have to do to complete the game, to get to basically unlock the ending. And that's kind of ridiculous. Because there are so many of those. And many of them are really, really obnoxious to get. And I just, I was down. I did every other side thing. I completed every little side thing on the wheel except for those freaking Riddler trophies. But it's just like, no, I'm not going to spend 8 hours or more doing these friggin' trophies.
Yeah, I tried that with Arkham City, and I just went, no, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't have the patience, nor the desire, because it's not going to add a whole lot of story here. And I can just watch what I can't play on YouTube now.
Right.
Which, sure, it's the easy and cheap way out, but I'm not going to dedicate half of my playtime to finding little trinkets. It's just not going to happen.
Oh, and I did really like the tag team fighting. It's really fun, too.
Yeah, I've done the Catwoman fights so far.
Yeah, it's cool. Mm-hmm.
That's really fun. Yeah, I'm really digging it so far, and the story is clipping along, and yeah, I'm just having a mighty good time. And it's a nice change of pace from heavy RPG. Yeah. That's been my week, other than work, which has been great. I haven't bought too many comics, just enough to be 6 months behind. All righty, buddy. How about you? How's your week been?
I've kind of been in kind of entertainment purgatory a little bit because I've kind of reached this point where in April there's a couple of things that I really, really want to play because both Quantum Break and then Dark Souls 3 come out, and so I'm really excited for those. And so it kind of makes waiting agonizing because it's kind of trying to find something to occupy my time a little bit. So I wound up starting Bloodborne again, very similar to your story. I started a new playthrough of Bloodborne. Decided to do like a completely different style because my first playthrough I went with a real strong, beefy character that could hit hard and had a lot of life. And so this time I'm focusing on a much faster character with like kind of this like cool like short sword that transforms into two daggers.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've been doing that, and to maybe try to keep my skills up until Dark Souls 3 comes out, because I'm really excited for that. And I'm hoping to do this thing, like, we'll see if it plays out. I hate to make promises, because who knows whether or not I'll have the energy or willpower to do it. But I kind of, when Dark Souls 3 comes out, I kind of, for middle of nowhere gaming, really want to make this, I want to make this humorous, like, Dark Souls 3 journal that's basically going to be me writing in a drunken fashion, just, like, swearing at the game and talking about how everybody in the game's a dickbag and and just, like, generally, like, raging over exactly how hard the game is.
I'll bring this up just as a motivator. Is there a possible way that we can play the game together?
I'm getting it for PS4.
Cool. No worries.
But I will heavily think about that, because if you were serious about it, we could probably play it together. At very least, there should be a way we could team up against bosses. I warn you, it's really, really hard.
Cool. Cool.
Because it's just like, you know, the bosses are just assholes, because they're usually either really small and quick, or they're just like giant and will wreck your day. And then like the designers are assholes too. Like there's this one guy in Dark Souls 2 who's called like I believe he's like the Old Iron King, and he's this giant dude who comes out of lava. So you're fighting him, and there's like a lava pit in front of you, dude. There. But like, as if that wasn't like bad enough, as he's like flailing around with his like giant molten fist and shit, they like decided to add like one little open patch on the playing field that leads into a lava pit that this guy magically can knock you into like none other. Like all of his hits are almost attuned to purposely knock you into that pit.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. Yeah, or like there will be like another one where you have to fight like a giant friggin' rat that's like obnoxious enough, except the rat's got little rat minions. And if those little rat minions bite you too many times, basically it's a slow but basically guaranteed death. That's just like Dark Souls. It's like getting kicked in the nuts, and then you just say, "Please, sir, may I have another?" and then you get kicked in the nuts, and yeah.
Never mind. I rescind my offer.
It gets easier when you have multiple people doing it, though. Though I do wonder if it's going to be to your liking, because it is a game that if you have like a low frustration threshold.
Well, and I mean, who are we talking to?
Right. I mean, just knowing you as long as I have, and you know, knowing your general gaming tastes, I would be entertained as all hell to watch you try to play one of these games. I don't know if it's something that would stick with you. I think you'd probably wind up getting really mad at a certain one area or another, and just be like, "I'm done."
Well, maybe if I find one of them for super cheap.
Yeah, I would love to see that, especially because you probably will, because Dark Souls 1 is about to become backwards compatible on the Xbox One. So like it'd be fun for you to go pick up like a $15 copy of that game and just experience like Chaz trying to play Dark Souls. Or
maybe I'll keep a video diary and upload it to the middle of nowhere gaming YouTube.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, anyway, so I've just been basically playing Bloodborne again, kind of in preparation, and I'm eyeballing. I'm kind of halfway looking at The Division, but I'm not sure yet.
Is that the Tom Clancy one?
Yeah, Tom Clancy RPG-ish kind of post-apocalyptic shooter game.
Sounds interesting. Is it out yet? Is it getting favorable reviews or?
It's coming tomorrow.
Okay.
There's been multiple betas with mixed reviews, though it's hard to say how representative the beta is of the full game. I played it; it was pretty fun. It's something that I probably don't want to get without seeing reviews, and it's like an online, basically a perma online game, and so the servers don't go live until I think nowish. So unfortunately, it's going to probably be a little while until we get to see any concrete, finalized reviews of whether yes they thought this was good or not.
Cool. Anything else new and exciting?
No, let's get to the news, because then we've got some television to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, real quick, I forgot to mention, I got my Funko DC Legion of Collectors box in the mail today.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's super fun. It's a subscription box, so pretty much everybody knows how those work now. You subscribe, and they send you something every month, or in this case, every other month, and you get exclusive items, and this one's from Funko. So if you like the little pop vinyl figures, this is kind of their stuff. They have multiple brands. They have a Marvel, they have a DC, they have a Star Wars now, and I'm using the DC one, and this was the debut box, Batman vs. Superman, and it was really, really cool. So I highly recommend the Legion of Collectors if you're a DC nut like me.
There you go.
Yeah, and like I said, they also have a Marvel and a Star Wars and what have you. So they got all the bases covered because they're Funko and they have every license ever. Everything.
Yes, the Funko owns all.
Yep. We just got in Friends pop figures because Friends.
We just knocked them off the shelf for me.
Sure. I'll have to pick them up, but maybe I'll send you a little video of me knocking over.
Do it to Chandler so you can wipe that smug smile off his face.
I'll do it to all of them.
Okay.
At least one of each will just fall on the floor.
And we'll put it on the Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys Twitter.
Yes, we will. Alrighty. Like Adam said, let's get to the news. Alrighty, Adam, I'm going to let you take this first little tidbit of news because you're the one who broke it to me, and I just find it incredibly humorous.
Yeah, I've got an article here. We'll just go ahead and go with that. It's Michigan Live's website reports, now running for Michigan State Representative, standing 5'10", weighing 295 pounds, the man-beast Rhino. WWE superstar and Dearborn Heights native Terrence Rhino Guerin has won ECW Championship, the United States Championship, the Hardcore Championship. Now he hopes to win your vote for the 15th District in Dearborn. I understand that some people might be hesitant, thinking it's a gimmick, Rhino told me, but my friends and family know my love for this country, my passion for politics, and my love for helping people out. If elected, that becomes my number one priority. So... We don't need to read the whole article. So Rhino's running for political office.
Yes.
I'm sending you a picture of what he looks like in this article too, because this will be relevant. So it's funny, it's funny because I was telling my buddy about this when I was talking about we were going to do the show tonight, and he's like, "Well, so what? I mean, Jesse Ventura ran and was governor of Minnesota." I'm like, "Okay, but there's a difference because Jesse Ventura." Is he was a pro wrestler, yes, but he was clearly a very, he was also clearly a very smart and charismatic person. I mean, it wouldn't really shock me that if I heard that he went on to become governor because he was a pro wrestler, yes, but he was kind of somebody, one of those special ones that, seemed to have something more there. Mm-hmm. Rhino is kind of a stubby-ish man that looks like a guy who should be called Rhino. Whose WWE career, his wrestling career mainly consisted of him, running into things as hard as he could.
I'm looking at the picture.
Yeah, in the picture, he kind of looks like, at the end of, I think it's Revenge of the Nerds 2, when they convert Ogre and turn Ogre into a nerd.
Yep. Wow. He also kind of looks like he should be selling me a new Subaru or something.
Yeah, like what is that? Like the jacket, it's with like the checkered shirt and the bow tie. I mean, that's outstanding.
I'm gonna give you an awesome low cut rate, but wait, there's more, more.
So it's just funny because I wouldn't expect Rhino to run for office, but you know, maybe there's more to Rhino than we know. It's possible. Didn't he get fired from the company a couple years back for like showing up to WrestleMania or being in like the hotel post WrestleMania like drunk or something like that?
Something like that. That was in his dark days. He's apparently since recovered.
That's right, because he is back with the company now.
Yeah, he's working a lot with the NXT group, which is pretty cool because he's a vet in that ring, so good for him. He's making some change and helping some people out in the process.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Rhino. I think Rhino's a pretty good kind of big man.
Maybe he's one of those like hidden smart people like Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, that might very well be the case. He was actually in like the very first WWE event I ever went to, because when I went to, I can't remember which pay-per-view, I think it was No Mercy. It was like him and Tajiri versus what were their names? That the last in like the long lineage of like heel French Canadian tag teams.
La Resistance.
La Resistance.
Yes, with what was it, Rob Conway and Rene Dupree.
That's right. And Rene Dupree had a move called the French Tickler.
And a poodle. Wrestling, you're the best / worst.
So that's news story number 1. What do we got next?
Alrighty, so the Ghostbusters trailer hit. To me, not giving a damn either way, and I think that's a bummer. What about you? What did you think of the Ghostbusters trailer?
I am a little more cautiously positive. I thought it was a little bit too jokey for my liking, but the characterization seemed to be there. Interestingly enough, probably the character I'm most interested at this point is the one that we actually probably saw the least from, which is Kate McKinnon's character. Because I just thought she was kind of fascinating, like the scene where they're at the library, kind of doing that, like basically the same thing from Ghostbusters 1. I like the fact that if you pay attention, while they're like looking at this ghost, she's in like the background eating like Pringles. So she seems kind of, I'm just kind of interested to see what she's like, because I mean she's kind of clearly, from what I see, probably kind of supposed to be the Egon-ish character. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. I love the fact that the trailer gets it wrong right from the start, because it did bring up the fact that it initially opens up with like blah blah like 30 years ago, 4 scientists, when like only 3 of them were actually scientists.
Yeah. What's his name? Was Winston was not a scientist.
He originally had a really cool backstory that they unfortunately cut, because he was supposed to be like Air Force or something like that.
Oh wow.
Back when his role's a little bit bigger, and back when they thought they were going to get Eddie Murphy, but unfortunately his role kind of got nerfed a little bit. Apparently somebody pointed out to me that in like the video game, it might have mentioned that he went on to get a doctorate, but according to the movie anyways, he wasn't a doctor or a scientist. And it's funny, because then I saw people get really upset because, like, I saw people posting on Facebook going like, how is it like there were scientists in the original one, but now in like the new one, like the one black lady works for like the subway system. I'm like, okay, so first of all, wasn't a scientist in the first place.
Yeah. I'm still gonna watch it. Because I like Ghostbusters enough, and I like that crew. I like Paul Feig as a director. Mm-hmm. He makes really funny things that I really enjoy, and I like all 4 of those ladies, and I think it could be really fun. But the way that trailer came off to me was just very, very flat all around. So I was not excited by the trailer, but I'm still going to see the movie because I have faith that the crew will pull it off.
Well, and here's kind of my thought is that I have faith in Paul Feig, and I don't think Paul Feig would just like crap out like a Ghostbusters reboot or sequel. I really don't think that. At least I hope that I'm not proven wrong. I have a feeling that maybe, but he's probably not necessarily in control with what marketing does trailer-wise, and so I can't help but wonder if maybe this is marketing's attempt at going like, see, it's Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, guys. See, like, there's like a library, and remember this other part from the original Ghostbusters? We're going to do that again, too.
Yeah, and admittedly, when you see the trailers for Spy, they're pretty lackluster too. But then I went and saw the movie and had a really great time. I like Paul Feig. I like that whole crew. I always remember him as the camp counselor from Heavyweights. And I just have kind of a bias towards his stuff. He always comes through in the end to me. So, fingers crossed for Ghostbusters on my end.
All right, well, what else do we want to get to before the main event?
Real quick, some DC movie news. The Justice League movie has found its Commissioner Gordon. Breaking news just this day that we are recording. Commissioner Gordon will now be portrayed by J.K. Simmons. And no, that is not a J.K. It really will be J.K. Simmons, and I am so totally cool with this. Thoughts?
I'm interested. I am very interested. I really, really like J.K. Simmons. I would go so far to say I love J.K. Simmons. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Whiplash, but man, he was good in Whiplash.
I have not seen Whiplash yet.
I recommend it.
I don't know if I'm ready to see Whiplash yet.
It's intense. Yeah, it's intense. It's intense. And anybody who's got doubts about Miles Teller after Fantastic Four, go back and watch that because that was really good. Here's like the thing, like this is kind of why I just want to see it, and I have to see it. Is it's kind of a really fascinating choice because on one hand, J.K. Simmons is already synonymous with another superhero character. I mean, like he is Jonah Jameson. Good luck ever trying to recast that role.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he still does the voice for the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon.
Well, there you go, because it's like basically the man is J. Jonah Jameson. And so it's interesting that, he's iconically known as another comic book character, because it's kind of as like the definitive version of that comic book character. And then on the other hand, it's big shoes to fill because he's having to follow up a masterful portrayal of Gordon, of course, by
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, yes, because Gary Oldman basically once again pretty much nailed that role.
Yeah, Gary Oldman just kind of nails things in general. I love that guy.
Yeah. And so it's just a very interesting, like, because I have a feeling it's going to be a very different. Commissioner Gordon. I'd expect it almost to be a more angry Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the dynamic between he and Affleck as well. Yeah, I love J.K. Simmons. Like you said, J. Jonah Jameson, but I also really loved him in the Legend of Korra cartoon. He voiced the character of Tenzin, and he was definitely one of the highlights of that show. And he's also the yellow M&M.
He is
on all of those commercials, so he can be a goofball. But then, like, if you've ever watched any of Legend of Korra, you know that he can be basically all the things. He can be very emotional, very calm, very angry, very excitable, very funny as well. So I'm interested to see which of those JKs show up as cool.
I actually recently watched a little bit of the TV show Oz. He's actually a white supremacist on that one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oz, that's another one I'm not sure if I'm ready for.
It's weird because, like, I probably want to watch more of it. I just, there's only so much stuff to do in so little time. It surprisingly wasn't quite as intense as I thought it was, basically, mainly because it's undercut with, like, a really, just like the overall tone and style of it was really surprising to me. It wasn't what I was expecting when I was going in for prison drama. It's a lot more stylistically interesting than I thought it would be.
Cool. And all right, the director of the Justice League movie, Zack Snyder, love him or hate him, puts on visual feasts, if you will.
That's something you can do.
And this next one, though, is dubious at best. Apparently one of Zack Snyder's dream projects. He wants to direct a George Washington movie, but not just any George Washington movie, a George Washington movie in the style of 300.
Man, oh man.
Let that one sink in a little bit.
Like, I really hope that we just, like, George Washington is just Gerard Butler in a wig.
I can't cover up me accent. I can't do a Gerard.
This is liberty!
Slow motion. Quickly speed up, then slow motion again.
Like they'll just get the same guy who played whatever like the bad guy was to play like the King of England. Xerxes,
aka like Buffalo Bill, 7 foot tall Buffalo Bill. He's just like, would you conquer me? Throw tea in my water.
So this is just a terrible idea, actually. Actually, or it's like the best idea. I'm not sure which one it is. Like, depending on if you actually want a good George Washington film or not.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it in general. One, I want to see it because why wouldn't I watch that? But two, I'm like, this is probably not going to be fun for the right reasons. Yeah. Oh,
I'd want to find a real like a showing where like there's not going to be a lot of people there, so we could just actively like make fun of it, because I'm sure it's going to be like so make fun worthy.
Yeah, is there like a tentative schedule that he wants to do this? Like
after Justice League.
Oh boy, after Justice League. Well, Justice League, get here sooner so that we can see George Washington in like weird CG abs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a thing. Anything else that we need to cover? Because I'm not sure. I think that's a good, healthy roundup.
Oh, I think it's about time.
Oh boy, it is about time. Make sure to like us on Facebook at Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys. Follow us on Twitter, FN Fanboys. Email us at fnfanboys@gmail.com. And give us your thoughts on a George Washington movie directed by Zack Snyder, because why wouldn't you have thoughts about a George Washington movie directed by Zack Snyder, as we now get into what we promised. And oh boy, I wish I had a drink. Here we go. Fuller House. All right, so
all right.
How we doing this? How we syncing this up?
Okay, so here's what I got figured out is if you go to Popular on Netflix and scroll through, there should be it should show Fuller House.
Yep, I've got it.
And from there, it should be just 2 clicks. One to go to the next screen and then one to start playing. So I say I count down from 3, and after I count, once we get down to 1, after 1, then we'll go ahead and hit enter or whatever button twice to get to the actual showing. Okay?
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
I got the Netflix screen popped up.
Yep, I got my little circle.
Okay, Warner Horizon Television.
Fuller House, our very first show again.
So, okay, we start out with the original opening, it looks like.
Oh boy.
I'm like just not nostalgic for the show, I guess.
Me either. I really don't care.
But some people just, man, they go nuts about this.
Yeah,
okay, 29 years later.
$29 years later. All right.
So we're supposed to forget that, like, Bob Saget just basically lives off of being a creeper now.
Whoa. Kids, let me tell you a story about your mother. Oh, it's Rebecca Romaine. John Stamos.
So, if Uncle Jesse got married, why is he still living in the house?
No, it's Alanis Morissette's boyfriend.
Wait, I think we're off sync, maybe?
I think we are just a little bit.
All right, let me know when the baby nut kicks, Joey.
And boom, nut kick.
Okay, there we go. God, they're just cramming in the entire show into like a minute, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
So she's still living in the house with like 3 dudes.
Well, I mean, they are in San Francisco, so rent rates are pretty extravagant. So they don't live in the house? Is that what I'm getting at?
Guess not. I will say none of them look terrible. They all held up pretty well.
Yeah, that's true. They definitely look the part still.
I'm pretty sure they probably just put like Joey in storage or Dave Coulier in storage until they decided to do the revival.
Yeah, they thawed him out.
Oh, this is really atrocious.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. Well, we warned you last week that this might just be a bunch of collective sighs. Not the best possible commentary, but a commentary nonetheless. It's an honest one.
So, okay, this is a stupid question, but which daughter is that?
I'm not sure. The one that decided to do this show was a good idea.
Well, it's not Michelle. That's all we know. Oh, this is so contrived. Okay, I think that's the younger one.
I think so.
That came in through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this is painful.
This is so bad. We gotta do it. We'll make it through.
Look, the only way this could be worse is they brought it... Okay, now they're like...
They looked at the camera. Don't do that.
Well, it felt like right at the beginning, the second, Jesse entered, it's like Bob Saget was, breaking character. God. The only way this could have been worse if, they had Urkel.
Did I do that? Ooh, Carrot Top reference. That's topical.
Timely. Dude, Uncle Jesse's kids look like meatheads. They just, got the B cast of, Jersey Shore to... God, how many people are they going to shove into this scene?
I know, seriously, it's like the whole crew. What is this, Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah, so we have got...
Oh, God.
This is such pandering.
Adam?
Yes?
Look at the clock ticker.
The clock ticker?
Move your mouse over your screen and look at the time remaining.
There's 30 some odd minutes.
Why the hell does it say 30 minutes, Adam? Why does it say 30 minutes? What did we do to each other? Oh, there's the other daughter.
No, that's not a daughter. That's the next door neighbor.
Oh, yeah, the kind of dumb one, right?
Oh, she's still completely intolerable.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh.
Yeah, I read about that. So apparently in the TV show, literally there's a joke that Stephanie Tanner became a DJ, and now she's DJ Tanner.
Hmm.
And more fucking kids.
Well, there's two more. How many are we up to? We're up to 19?
Something like that. Are those like those? Did she just give them those things that like rave kit? Is that? Wait, is that a condom?
I don't know. I thought it was a bottle
I'm pretty sure
opener
those.
at first.
I'm pretty sure those were condoms. Like Stephanie Tanner just gave them some condoms.
Sure. Well, kids need to learn about these things.
Man, this is harder than I thought it would be. I thought this was just gonna be comic gold. It's just.
Oh. This is almost Twilight level bad. Like, the riff tracks can't even save it.
I'd like to say goodbye to this family right now.
Seriously. Can we just call it a night? Let's call it a night. Oh, her feet are all made up to look all green and gross. It's so funny.
Kimmy's feet are up on the table, and it's a running gag that they were supposed to be really gross. So that's how that works.
They smell like what?
Oh.
Oh.
Man.
I already hate this song.
Yeah, I did not need an update of the Full House song.
So they couldn't get the Olsens for this?
No, the Olsens stayed well away from this one.
That was probably a good idea.
I do believe they explain it away as that they are running some kind of fashion empire in New York. So your neck of the woods, you could go see Michelle Tanner right now.
Dude, awesome. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yo, bro, my hairline receded. I feel your pain.
Man. No, stop the song.
Well, her boobs are out. Oh.
I guess I had to add something to add some appeal to the show.
Forgive me while I cough my feelings.
Is this show like making you visually, actually audibly sick?
Yeah. Oh, John Stamos is a producer.
I'm sure he is. Producer's kind of just like a pat on the back. It seems like most of the time. Not all the time. Like I'm sure that producers do stuff, but also I feel like they just like sometimes hand out producerships like candy.
Yeah, just kind of like, hey, Dave Coulier, you want to be a producer? Sure.
It's like, you're special, that's right. So apparently, like, the reason she's like a single mom is that her, like, I believe husband got killed by a drunk driver, which is the exact same way that her mom was killed.
Oh, wow, that's original.
It's still kind of dark.
Yeah, it really is. It's just kind of like a recurring theme. And then we're going to get Fuller House with this little kid whose mom died in a... Wow.
Well, her dad died.
Oh, yeah. So am I supposed to look anywhere else but at the red?
That's just like, yeah, that is kind of really awkward.
Because the camera is... She's center. She's center screen all the time.
Yeah, that's... And now they're rehashing like old.
Sad talk.
Sad talk. Oh God, did he just say like we decided to have mercy?
Yep. Oh boy. Mm.
What about the sacrifice we're making, Bob Saget?
Well, maybe the dozens and dozens can never thank us enough for putting ourselves through this.
Or really just Chris Cobb?
Yeah.
That's you, Chris Cobb. If you're still listening at this point, God bless you.
Yeah. You're our best friend. Creepy beaver. The baby is terrified. The baby is expressing my internal feelings right now.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Dave Coulier had sex with that beaver puppet.
Oh, no. Well, was he thinking about Atlantis Morissette when he... Oh, it's a woodchuck. I thought it was a beaver.
Oh, that's good. Danny Tanner's got like a convenient device girlfriend.
Yeah. We can't afford to pay you, Bob Saget. You want to show up once and leave forever?
For anyone who's still listening, they're at like the goodbye party for like, because I guess that Danny and Jesse and Joey are all moving away, and now Jesse's talking to his like juggalo sons.
Sup, ninja?
Like they skip the dark carnival to come to this going away party.
You got any Faygo in the kitchen, bro?
That kid's gonna get his ass kicked so much at school. But he's probably gonna wind up on Broadway someday, so...
Yep, good for him. Is that some random guy and his incredibly younger spouse? Oh, no. Yeah, because that's funny. Goose is cooked, and oh my god, look at the guy in the background. The guy with the white hair.
Whoa, what the...
He's my favorite.
Like, who are these random people at this party? God, that guy's like... Please.
We should make up backstories for the random people at this party. Girl,
like,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, there's no way that Kimmy Gibbler could get that dude.
Oh.
He's like metrosexual Inigo Montoya.
Dude, what's with the guy in the cowboy hat in the background?
I know, there's like the old guy who looks like Jerry Sandusky. Which is like really disturbing that he's at this family party.
He's just eyeing future partakers.
And then we got some like rockabilly dude that's got like some kind of like western shirt. There's like one.
He just came back from the Ministry concert.
There's like a dude in the background who looks like God, what is his name? Sam Kinison. You know who Screaming Sam Kinison is?
Yes.
There's a guy in the back who looks like Sam Kinison. Oh, we're gonna get some DJ Tanner, or DJ Stephanie.
DJ.
Oh God, they're dancing. Yeah, so we got like Cowboy Sam Kinison and oh God, make it stop.
Oh yeah, DJ Sam Kinison and Jerry Sandusky.
Was like Bob Saget miming stripping Joey?
There's another guy in a cowboy hat. Who are those people? Katopoli.
That guy's from the show. That was like DJ's boyfriend on the series.
Uh-oh. Wow. Boy. Remember, this is 2016 where no one cares about anything on this show.
No.
Oh, Adam, why did we do this? How much longer? Oh, Jesus Christ, there's 18 minutes left.
There's 18 more minutes of this?
18 minutes, Adam. What did we do? This is an experiment. A middle of nowhere gaming torture device.
Like, it's like none of them are interacting with, like, their, like, interesting extra guests. They're just kind of... Well, actually, no, I guess Jesse's talking to Jerry Sandusky.
Whoa, what's with that creepy doll thing? What is that thing? Ew, it's got a top hat. What is this, Night of the Living Dummy? Fucking Goosebumps?
So this is like a catered going away party, but there's like 15 people here at a house.
And, like, no caterer.
Well, there was that one woman with the wieners on a tray.
Oh, that's true. Whoa, dude, the lead singer of Smash Mouth is there, too.
Yeah, me too.
I actually hope the camera follows them, too. They'll probably be a lot more interesting than this.
Yeah, it's
shit.
like a more interesting show.
Oh, God. This is so bad. We drank balloon helium, so we talk like this. Derp, 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 diddly derp.
Yeah, that's forever. That's how long this feels like right now.
Who are they, Terry Funk? Forever. Forever.
Oh, he's gonna sing, isn't he?
Oh, John Stamos, please don't. Remember when you were married to Rebecca Romaine?
And then she left you for the guy who was like the fat kid from Stand By Me.
O'Connell, right?
Yeah.
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 Good for him. Truffle shuffle like a motherfucker.
That's a different fat kid.
Truth. I'm getting all of my stuff crossed. Just like this show. Oh, so they were the band.
I guess.
Sam Kinison rocking the fuck out. He's like, hey man, I'm rocking out.
That's like such a pathetic looking band though. They look like they're like some kind of Eagles cover band for a bunch of like dads.
Well, there's the lead singer of Smash Mouth again. He's hanging out. That's a good love song, man. Yeah.
So did I tell you that Jen and Sky actually got to meet the Truffle Shuffle guy?
Did they really?
Yeah, they always do a big Goonies thing over at Astoria.
Awesome. Bob Saget, just stop.
We do not need more cowbell.
So Goonies at Astoria.
They have a big festival because like a bunch of Goonies was filmed there.
That's awesome. I still haven't ever been to Astoria.
Me neither. I would like to go to this Goonie festival thing one time.
Hey, he's reading Justice League Beyond.
Oh.
That's a good comic book.
So while this is going on, so we can actually strike up a conversation. So I read something today, and maybe you can give me a little more information about it.
Sure.
So apparently there's like a splintered DC universe in which instead of like Batman's parents getting killed, Batman was the one who was killed, and so Thomas Wayne becomes Batman and Martha Wayne becomes a Joker.
Yes, that was part of the Flashpoint universe, which was the big crossover that gave birth to the New 52. That was, it was just kind of a little 3-issue miniseries, and Thomas Wayne did play a big part in the core miniseries as well. But yeah, that was the Flashpoint universe, and it was actually a really good storyline written by Brian Azzarello and drawn by Eduardo Rizzo, who did the book 100 Bullets together. So it was actually a really cool noir tale that took like a real dark turn when you found out that Martha became the Joker, and it was really sad. It was actually, on the surface you'd think it was like just real gimmicky, but then the storyline ended up being real full of heart and like genuine moments of uncomfortable violence, and it was really good. Really good. I'd suggest reading it. I have it. I can lend it to you if I ever get back there.
All right. You'll be back in like June, right? For at least for a little bit.
At least for a little bit, yeah. That's what this episode feels like. Forever. There's still 13 minutes left of this episode. Forever. Oh, boy. DJ, dad.
So, like, there's only 2 people doing all the chores of the house.
And still a creeper.
You're in the friend zone, buddy.
Yep. And stop pushing it, bro.
Yeah, just nobly let that one go.
Yep.
So I was reading a little bit about this comic series called East of West that seems kind of cool.
Yeah, I've read the first, 5 issues, written by Jonathan Hickman, and Jonathan Hickman's a pretty heady writer. It's good stuff.
Didn't he do Error or Hawkeye? No.
I think he did Ultimate Hawkeye, if I'm not mistaken, because he started in the Ultimates, and then he spilled over to the regular Marvel U. He did a lot of Avengers books. He kind of revitalized the Fantastic Four not too long ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I know him.
But yeah, East of West. I should give you my Comixology password because I have the first, I think, 22 issues digitally. So you can read at least up to current-ish East of West if you'd like.
Oh, okay, I was confused. I'm sorry, he did FF.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
With Steve Epting, who's an awesome artist.
I thought that the art on FF was done, and maybe I'm crazy, but I could have swore it was done by oh God, what's his name? Guy from Portland.
That was the Matt Fraction run. So it was Matt Fraction and Mike Allred.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
How much time I got left?
10 minutes and 16 seconds.
All right.
Oh, that was a long 16. My counter just kind of froze on the 16, and it really scared me for a second. That time had stood still. And there's a dog now. Oh, poor little dog. I'm sorry you're on this show.
Yeah. The show is not better than Shark Week, however.
No, Shark Week is awesome. This show is garbage.
I've never actually watched Shark Week, believe it or not.
Shark Week is a lot of fun. I've watched it a couple times in my life. I'm not like an avid follower. I don't watch it every year, but I've watched it a couple years.
This is not like, this isn't Shark Week. This is kind of like watching Fuller House is more like Shark Week.
You think it's just gas, but no, it ends up being shit.
Yeah, that's a mess.
And then of course, it kind of like explodes, and then you have to walk somewhere with it. So it's just all over. That's our review of Fuller House. Oh my god.
That's gonna be the name. That's gonna be the title of this episode: Fuller House, aka Shark Week.
I think that's a good episode title. I think that might be my favorite.
Did you say toilet funeral?
Toilet funeral. Maybe that's the new episode title.
That is better than Shark Week, that's for sure.
Shart Week, aka Toilet Funeral,
aka Fuller House.
Yep, like the stain on my mind that this show is leaving.
Unfortunately, we can't just, change...
we can't just change the channel. Oh, Street Fighter. What a wonderful movie that is.
Yes, it was. I'd rather be watching Street Fighter right now. For me, it was a Tuesday.
Game over.
Who wants to go home? And who wants to come with me?
I am going to kick Bison's ass.
The most American character in fighting game history. It's freaking played by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I know, and he didn't even have his weird hair.
Did you ever wind up watching the Chun-Li Street Fighter movie?
No, I never did, but I hear what's his name from American Pie is amazing.
Oh, God, what's his name? Not Kevin Kline. Chris Klein.
Chris Klein.
It's fantastic.
Boo.
They make just like a jizz reference on Full House.
Yep, they did. Just like the show is kind of like coming in the sink. It goes nowhere and it helps nobody. It creates no life.
I kind of wish that the rest of DJ's family died in that car wreck too. Then this wouldn't exist and we wouldn't be watching it.
That would have been a real tragic end to the original series. But at least we wouldn't have had to suffer this 30 minutes. Oh no, she's crying because she's going to be alone. I'm crying because there's still 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Oh boy. Ugh. So sadly, there was no Flash this past week.
Yeah, I'm sad about that. I'm ready for more Flash.
Yeah, me too. He's coming back tomorrow night, I think.
No, Flash is off TV for a while.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's until April.
Oh, boo.
Because it's we're at that annoying part of the season where they have to draw things out so that they can end, when TV shows are supposed to end.
Mm. Well, we did get a new Supergirl last week, and it's the most bipolar show on TV, I think. Every now and then, you get, an amazing episode, and then you get kind of a middling episode, and then you get an episode that makes you second guess, and then you get another amazing episode. And last week's was a pretty great episode. It had to do with Indigo, a.k.a. Brainiac 8, spoilers. And, yeah, I made Martian Manhunters on it. They did White Martians. And, giant spoiler, the freaking Fortress of Solitude. Which is awesome. They're getting progressively nerdier, and the show is getting better for it. And I'm actually really liking it.
Okay, so they're all going to move in together now. So, like, basically, we've just reestablished the same contrived plot as the first Full House.
Yep.
So, Walking Dead's been really good lately. That's building towards like a great sense of dread because I have a feeling it's just not going to end. The season's not going to end well at all.
Carl.
Coral.
Yep. And we have an action figure of Carl at my wonderful work establishment that has an alternate head with his eye just gouged out. It's kind of terrifying.
So have you watched Walking Dead, or are you just really behind on Walking Dead?
Super behind on Walking Dead. I watched the first season when it was on, and then I watched half of the second season, and then I lost my DVR, and I haven't watched it since. I really want to. I just haven't yet.
Second season kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's definitely the worst season because it's just like they didn't have the budget to do anything, so it's just like literally them sitting on the farm for an entire season.
Yay.
I get to be a doggy daddy. That sounds really dirty.
Yeah.
I feel you, baby. Ugh.
Oh, look. Nostalgia.
So was this actually considered funny in, like, the 90s? What's with the creepy mannequin in the old...
Yeah, there's a creepy mannequin and in the old house, and then there's, like, this weird top hat Night of the Living Dummy thing.
Well, Michelle, or, like, the Olsen twins were kind of fugly babies.
Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see the top hat dummy?
Oh, I saw it.
It's so creepy.
I think my mind's trying to block it out, but I saw it.
This is where R.L. Stine got all of his inspiration. He traveled into the future and watched an episode of Fuller House, and thus Goosebumps was born.
Kind of want to watch that Goosebumps movie eventually.
Me too.
If I don't know if it's good or not, but at very least, like the way they decided to frame the movie, was cool. And Jack Black hasn't done much lately. We made it.
Oh, we did it. We did it.
Okay, I'm not sending through you credits.
No, you can suck a cock credits.
Well, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was the worst. And now it's gonna be stuck on my continue watching. No, fuck you.
Yeah, because once again, I'm just truly curious. Like, was the show ever actually funny, or were we just like because there was a laugh track, we just assumed like, oh, this is hilarious?
It was the 90s. Everything was, I don't know. Were things funnier in the 90s? Were we less jaded?
90s is like one big exercise in style over substance. Because I don't get the 90s. I don't get Seinfeld. I don't think Seinfeld's particularly funny, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't even tried, admittedly.
All right, well, I think I'm probably going to go need a drink soon to forget about this.
Yeah, I think I have a beverage or two with my name on it.
Yeah, so once again, do me a favor, knock over the Friends dolls for me.
All right, cool, and I'll try to remember to video it.
And if you guys get Full House once, just straight up punch Michelle in the face.
Okay. I'll be like, hey, Michelle.
Not Michelle. No, people might be upset with that. Not Michelle, just Uncle Joey. Okay, just punch Uncle Joey in the face.
Oh, okay, yeah. Suck it, John Stamos. Burn.
All right, Chaz, take us out.
All righty. So, if you're still here, Thank you so much for dealing with Fuller House. Hopefully, if you actually clicked play on that show, we provided, some friendly conversation about things that were not that show. And if you enjoy that show, I'm sorry that you enjoy the show. I don't give a shit what you thought about us. So this has been your friendly neighborhood fanboys with middleofnowheregaming.com. Make sure to check us out. You can follow us on the Twitter at FNFanboys and Middle of Nowhere Gaming. You can also like us on the Facebook with Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys. You can send us an email and send us all the hate mail. You guys shat totally on Fuller House at fnfanboys@gmail.com. Make sure that it is the subject is Shart, because then we'll know exactly what you're going to get mad at us for. And so I've been Chaz King. That's been Adam Leonard.
Thank you for watching this toilet funeral.
Yep, this toilet funeral, this Shart week that was Fuller House. And we will hopefully talk to you very, very soon. Wow.